What is going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of Pirates of the Burning Sea for Dummies. This episode, we're starting a little bit differently right here on the open sea. We're level 10 right now. The ship that we want to upgrade to is for level 12, so we are just currently hunting around for ships in our level range to attack them, just so we can boost a little bit quicker here in between doing all the missions. So as we take a look around, you see we eventually spot this French pirate hunter, so we're making our way to him, and that'll be a nice easy fight for us in the sloop that we're in currently. So yeah, let's go attack him real quick, and I'll see you in a moment. So the French pirate hunter actually disappeared on us, but it's okay. We found this bloody arms pack here that we're going to attack. There's going to be a couple of ships in here, but it shouldn't be any trouble for us in the sloop we're in now. So we're going to jump into this battle arena, and like I said, currently all we're doing is trying to get some extra levels. We want to just go ahead and get 2 more levels so we can get to level 12, because that's when the next most appropriate ship for us that we can get into is going to be available to us, and that ship should carry us quite a few more levels until we can upgrade later on down the line. So here we are here with just a couple of these pirate gang members to deal with here, and you're gonna see obviously we have these new skills that we got last episode. Let's see, it looks like we've got our bronze shot loaded up. We're gonna swing around to the right here, and yeah, we're gonna obviously wait for them to get into firing range usually, and I'll see if I do it in this fight or not, but okay, yeah, we're just going to take a broadside from them, but that's okay because they're going to miss most of their shots, because as soon as the AI is in range at all, they're going to fire, even though they're not anywhere close to us. So that's just fine. We're going to take another broadside from the other sloop up to the left here that's turning into us now. So we took a little bit of damage there, but nothing too bad. So now they're on either side of us. We're splitting down the middle. We swing right here, give him a nice opening shot there, and then we can quickly turn and hit this guy as well. Not too bad at all. So right here I thought it was cool. You see, as soon as this guy jumps ship, and we check the loot here in a minute, we get something a little bit special here, and I'll explain more once I open it. Yeah, so we see the hammered copper pot there. We also used that scavenge skill, and we managed to get the actual ship deed out of it. So we now have a captured Bermuda sloop available to us that we could sell on the auction house or use for ourselves or anything we want to do with it. But yeah, that hammered pot, I'm trying to remember specifically, but I think that's the type of thing that if we find a couple of those, save them up a little bit. They're kind of rare to come by, but if we can save them up, there is a secret location here in the Bahamas. For a later episode, I'll show you guys so you can get some cool things. It's been a really long time though, so don't quote me on that, but I think that's what that's for. Anyway, gonna skip ahead in the fight here, so I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so we got it to where this guy, yep, just as he jumped ship there, you can see we also leveled up to level 11, and also, I think we get again, yeah, when we scavenge here, what do we have? Yeah, we get the little quality charcoal there, which again is another thing that I think, if I remember correctly, we are going to be trading at that location I mentioned. The other thing we picked up there was we captured a Spanish envoy prisoner, and that'll have to be another thing I'll show you at some point. But you capture those prisoners, you keep them on your ship, and you can turn them into the pirate trainers for some extra gold, or you can also turn them into their respective nation capitals, I think, and you get a little bit of reputation with whatever company they're with. So anyway, back to the open sea here. We're just hunting around. We see another French pirate hunter, it looks like, that we're turning towards to go chase down. Again, I'll see you in a minute. Let's catch up to this guy, jump into another fight, and see if we can gain some more levels. So here we are again. The French pirate hunter actually avoided us again. I think he went to port. So we found this shark-tooth raider here. So let's hop into this arena real quick. And again, should be easy pickings for us. We are now level 11. Oh, I see we have a night battle here. So Again, we take a look. Not the best. You'll notice, like, not the best. I'm not really worried about how I'm tagging these guys, especially on the sloop and how maneuverable and quick it is. Because I know I taught you guys in other episodes, like, you know, to approach them, you know, with your back against the wind and all that stuff. But yeah, not too worried about it when we're just going against a little level 11 here. So as usual, you can see we got our bronze loaded up. You can see we got the speed boost on down there, the number 2 on the keyboard, on the toolbar, excuse me. We're just quickly approaching this guy, and he's going to swing that way, give us a broadside. Now, we're just going to go ahead. I actually think it's smarter a lot of the time to take that initial broadside in the front of the ship and then turn out of it, because at least in this sloop, it's, you know, we're not standing to lose any cannons or take any, you know, extreme damage on the bow of the ship. Whereas if we went to the starboard, excuse me, or the port side first, and then he gave us the full broadside, that could stand to hurt us a little more. We're going to give him that all or nothing shot right there. And it didn't do too much damage. I also notice we're running pretty low on bronze shot, so we'll have to address that here soon as well. In this sloop, a lot of times it's literally quicker almost to turn to the full other side of the ship and give him the next broadside than it is before he reloads. So this guy, of course, not giving us too much trouble. Now he's in that Dolphin heavy catch is what he's sailing now, and that's a level 11 ship. So that wouldn't be a bad option for us, but I'll show you what I have in mind for us, because there's a couple ships in this game that stand the test of time over the years. They're just kind of the meta, the ships that you're going to want the most as you level up. And the Van Horn Snow, the level 12 ship that we're looking to upgrade to, that's going to be old reliable for us for at least the next probably 10 or so levels. That should be able to carry us through the missions to get us all the way until like level 20-ish or something like that, and that's when we'll make our next upgrade to a frigate or something like that. Because the Van Horn, I can't remember how many guns it has, but it's got heavier cannons. It's got more than the sloop we're in now, and it's just a good, well-rounded ship all around. So it's definitely worth the investment, especially once we get it outfitted and all that. So again, we'll probably just fast forward through this fight a little bit. Nothing extravagant happening here, just kind of battling it out until he eventually abandons ship, and then we're going to capture the ship and see what we get. So here we are, he's about to abandon ship. There he goes. We got 242 XP for that. And of course we're going to scavenge the ship, and what do you know, we get another captured ship deed, so we now have a Dolphin heavy catch as well. But again, probably not going to use that, just going to keep that in storage somewhere or eventually sell it. So we're back out on the open sea here. Plenty of these Shark Tooth Raider guys around us. Again, easy pickings for us. And we're already on the way to level 12, which is exactly what we want. So just kind of take our pick here. We're looking for the quickest fight that's going to give us the most XP. So looks like we're going to take that. And we're going to take, okay, yeah, we're going to take the single there. I'm recording the audio here in post if you can't tell. So trying something new. Feel like it's just going to be easier in general. So here we go. Let's jump in here, see what's up. I think it was just the one guy that we decided to tag. Yeah, so just a Bermuda sloop. Not going to give us too much trouble. And again, at this point, you know, we're just doing some hunting on the open sea. I think you guys get the point by now. We're just kind of doing this over and over until we get to level 12. So not the usual installment here that you guys are probably used to, but I have some other things to address in this video as well. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm going to fast forward through this fight just because you're probably just watching the same thing over and over for the past couple minutes now. So anyway, I'll talk to you in just a few. So I figure here's another good example that I wanted to show you guys. Just knowing how to play the game can take you really, really far in these ship battles. So you can see we are approaching that guy there. It was a level 24 privateer and a much bigger ship. He's in a frigate. And we decided in our little Jamaica sloop that we're going to take him on, and I'll show you exactly how we do that. But again, once you get the hang of it, especially against these AI, it's really no trouble at all if you know what you're doing. Now, the one thing I will say is him being that many levels ahead of us, we're definitely not going to want to board him, because that way he would definitely kill us. We're completely out-leveled, but we are definitely better at sailing than the AI, so we can handle that. And I think even in this fight, if I remember correctly, later on we decided to go after some higher level ones too, and we ended up using the commissions to help us out. Do we use that in this one? I cannot remember. I don't think so. I think just to prove a point, I wanted to show that this guy that's about 15 levels, almost 15 levels higher than us, we can still take him on one-on-one. So we're just using the same strategy here. We go ahead and turn to the left there, and he gives us that initial broadside, but he was inaccurate, so it didn't do much. I hit that initial repair really early. I probably in the future want to stop doing that so early, because he really didn't do enough damage to justify that. But nonetheless, the battle continues here. Switching between those skills like normal. I think you get the point by now. Definitely looking forward to, as we level up, unlocking more attack skills and things like that, especially for the cutthroat, because once we get like jugular and things like that later on, it's game over for these guys. Oh, we ran out of bronze shot, so we switch back to heavy. So again, completely in an underleveled ship against this frigate here, and now using even not the best ammunition by any means, and we're still gonna beat this guy's ass. So I'm cycling through my inventory right there just to see what we got. I think I popped a hole patch there, because we got to be careful. You know, you're gonna see that I play it just a little bit safer in this fight, and constantly switching back to that more defensive strategy, hitting that number 3 on the keyboard. And yeah, so you can see he did a bunch of damage with that broadside to our port side armor, so we're going to switch back to the starboard. That is just fine. Yep, here we go. Oh, and now we are going to bring in the commission. Okay, so we did after all. Nonetheless, I think even if we wanted to, we could have, it would have taken longer, but we could have beat him just on our own. But hey, you know, these commissions were free for that mission we did earlier, so why not use them? And again, you know, the main thing is we're going to get a lot of XP for beating this guy, since he is so much higher of a level. But we also don't want it to take hours and hours and hours of just like defensively playing and picking them off and everything. So I think even in this fight, yeah, the AI over there that's supposed to be helping us is a little stupid, but I think he catches up eventually. And more often than not, I'm just using them as cannon fodder. It's just something else for the AI to focus on if we ever need to pull out of the fight to heal up. So let's see here, yeah, we're right up next to him too. So I mean, at the moment, we're definitely playing pretty fast and loose here, because he's doing pretty decent damage to us every time he hits us with the broadsides, but we've got plenty of repairs. We know what we're doing. I think even a moment ago, I used one of the expert carpenters to repair as well. Those are nice because they don't repair like a ton of damage, but they continue to fix our ship over a longer duration of time. So we're just constantly getting a little bit of health added every couple seconds, which is great. So you can see we're chipping away at his health here. He's already about half health there on his structural armor, or structural integrity, I should say. Not too bad, and now that we've dwindled him down to half health, that's when our AI friend decides to catch up with us and finally give us some support here. I think he's in the dolphin catch over there, and he's about to collide with him. Yeah, I'm not sure what the AI is doing, but like I said, more often than not, it's just nice to have some sort of help in these battles, even if nothing else, just for something else for these enemies to shoot at and get their attention off us for a little bit. So he's pretty low. He should be jumping ship any time now. I've noticed when they're higher level. Oh, there he goes. And look at that, 385 XP. Not the best in terms of loot there, but we did get a couple of those silver plaques that we can sell at the auction house later, just for free money, which is always good. So back on the open sea, just like that. Oh, and look, there's another level 24 privateer in the same exact ship, so we now know that we can beat those no problem. So let's go attack this guy as well. And again, just for the sake of brevity here, I skipped through this fight mostly. It's the same exact strategy. We used our little helper over there. Nothing too extravagant. We get another 385 XP for that fight. Scavenged the ship. Some pretty trash loot. Other than that, the same exact thing as last time. So now check this out. We're getting even braver here. We attack a level 34. Last guys that we hit was 24. And they still weren't any struggle at all. This guy may actually give us just a little bit. Oh, and of course the weather is unbearably hot. And if you remember, that just makes us basically slower to reload and slower to sail. Just everything. The crew is very hot and they're not having a good time. So again, same strategy. There was a little glitch out in the distance there. It almost looked like there was another ship off on the horizon in the fight. But yeah, we got our helper. We got our speed up, we got our defense on. Speeding down the line here. I don't even think, oh yeah, in the upper left corner there, under my nameplate and everything, I can see that we still have an active gunpowder. Always, always, always be remembering to use your gunpowders. I think we actually ran out of them. We need to restock them. But the gunpowders we use, I think, just give us that little bit of added damage bonus that can make or break, you know. So always remember that. Just another free thing you got to remember to click on. So again, you can see here I used that strategy I mentioned earlier, that initial broadside that he had trash accuracy on anyway, but nonetheless I let him hit us in the bow first, and then I switch to the left side there and give him the broadside. And so now we're turning away. Looks like he hits us in the bow again, which is good. I mean, I don't mind that, because again, we're not standing to lose cannons if he's hitting us in the front or the back of this sloop here. So I'd rather take that little bit of extra damage there first. So we got the helper behind us. I don't think he's had a shot on him yet. And I think in this fight too, you see later on why I like using those commissions for fights like this, because it's not even that he's really helping us on the damage front that much, but when this guy starts doing tons of damage to us, yeah, look, we slow down a little bit, and we can kind of let our AI cover us a little bit and take some of the brunt of that damage. So yeah, you can see in this heavy frigate that this guy is using, I mean, he's shredding our armor quickly. So now you can see I almost get half scared for a minute here. He's doing a lot of damage. We're actually starting to lose cannons now. But of course I pop that repair as soon as it regenerates down there. Yeah, there it goes, see? So now we have the opportunity to fix the ship up, and you can see I actually turn out of the fight. Now the AI is only looking at our friend there, so he's taking damage. We switch sides to our healthy side of the ship while we repair the other side. No trouble at all. And again, that commission there, being there for that added help, just to take that extra broadside so that we didn't have to. That's why we have him. So you can see when he hits us with that broadside, we're about half structural integrity, which isn't great, but I'm not panicking here or anything like that. So here we go. Now we're turning to the other side. Our other side's actually healthier now. So we swing left. We're going to hit him with the starboard side. Switch to the gunnery focus. We're waiting on the reload there, I see. So there it goes. Now we give him that broadside. Switch back to defense. See that? And the main thing with these guys, you know, so higher level than us, is you can see I'm still playing very, very safe. Let him attack the AI that's behind us first. I haven't even checked him in a while. I wonder what his health was looking like, but he's in a slightly tankier ship than us. But yeah, the main thing is, you know, you pick your side here, right? So there he goes. He jumps ship. We're almost level 12. We got 385 out of that. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that is throughout that battle, the only part of his ship that we hit was that right side. Because, you know, in terms of just being outgunned, you know, he could destroy us. But the AI isn't going to maneuver like an actual player is, right? So we can just take that right side of his ship and just focus on that the entire time and just chip away and chip away and chip away until they eventually they usually just jump ship. So you can see I'm looking around again for other fights here. I think there's some other like higher level ones that we could have went after, but they were in just a little bit too tanky of a ship for us, I think. And that's not even to say that it's a ship that I didn't think we could beat, but there's a point where I think the fights just take too long to like justify the quick XP that we're out here trying to find. So just taking a look around here, literally anything would do. So we decide to set our sights on the company trader over here with the French company. So you notice, just if you back up, all the other ships that we've attacked have red names, right? And that's because they are counted as enemy factions. Now this guy here in the French Mississippi company, you know, he's just got the yellow name tag there because he's not considered an enemy faction. Now we're pirates, so of course any merchants out here are free pickings for us, I would think. But there sometimes comes a point, and especially depending on the class that you're playing, where you don't want to attack people like this often, because every time you do, it damages your reputation with that faction. And so, you know, say if there was a mission down the line for like a really cool sword or something like that, but we needed to be in good standing with the Mississippi company, if we attack these guys too often, then that could make things a little bit difficult for us in the long run. So usually it's smarter to just go after like pirate gangs the most, and then like, you know, just the navies and privateers and things like that are usually the smartest bets. But you know, for here, this guy was the easiest choice for us to make. We know we can take him. He's only a level 17, and who knows, you know, maybe he's got some good loot as well, because after all, he is a merchant. And you know, at the end of the day, we're pirates. I'm not that concerned, especially on a cutthroat. It's not like we're an econ class here, so I'm not super worried about our reputation being messed up. So anyway, let's skip through this a little bit, and after this fight we should most definitely be level 12, which is exactly what we want. Okay, just moving right along here. You can see he's at half health now. He should be jumping ship any minute. You can also see I didn't even bother to use a commission on this fight. He wasn't any trouble, and boom, just like that, we're level 12. I didn't see exactly how much XP he awarded us, but it was a nice little chunk there, and we're already on the way to level 13 now, so easy enough. He didn't have the best loot, but we got what we came for, and that's all there is to that. So we're back on the open sea. So now that we're level 12, we're just going to go back to port here, and we're going to go offload some of that loot that we got through all those fights. So I think I've showed you guys this before, you know, just take that miscellaneous loot like the silver goblets and things like that. That's exactly what we're doing here. So you can see we walk up to the fence here, just the usual. We're going to check through, see exactly all we got. So we're going to get rid of some of those consumables that we don't really care about, like the kegs of rum and stuff like that. Not really worried about those. Don't really use spare guns that often, but there you go, the loot items, the silver plaque, the stone jaguar, the stone mask, yeah, you know, that's just free money. And again, even these manufactured goods, we're not really econ based, so we don't care about those either. So again, just getting rid of these like random knickknacks here and there. The shipwright materials down there that weigh a ton and take up all the room in your ship. Again, you know, if we were playing an econ based thing, I might consider keeping these things, but to us right now, especially at our level and everything, it's just free gold. So we're taking a look around here. Now here's the issue. And when I was recording this, here's the issue I ran into, and here's exactly what I wanted to talk about. So look at that. In the entire region of the Bahamas, there's not a single, we search for the ship we want, it's not available. We search for outfittings for the ship we want, nothing. And that's because on the legacy server that we're playing on here, it is still completely player-driven economy, right? So, and unfortunately, there is really not, I mean, You've seen it, right? Since we've been on the open sea, I haven't seen a single soul besides us out here fighting. I think I checked the world map earlier in the video. There's not a single red zone. I mean, the server, unfortunately, is just dead at the moment. And so, at that point, I was literally, you can see I was searching for just anything. Was there anything even for sale? And yeah, I mean, there really wasn't. I mean, it's just a shame. I really hope that, if anything, I hope that players come back to this game. I mean, it's been a fun video to make. We got to level 12 like we wanted to. Thank you for joining me for another episode, and I am recording more at the moment as well. We're going to have other installments probably next week, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for hanging out. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.